This problem seems to give a lot of people some trouble. If you think you can solve it, go ahead and pause the video now and type your answer in the comment section. Otherwise, let's go over it together. Which of the following is true if the binomial x minus 2 is a factor of the equation 3x cubed minus 4x squared plus x minus 10 is equal to 0? Since you can use a graphing calculator, a great strategy for this type of problem is just to go ahead and graph it. If you go ahead and graph this equation, it'll help you answer this question real quick. When they let us know that x minus 2 is a factor, they're letting us know that 2, 0 is an x-intercept. That's because 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. Hopefully that makes sense why this point is right here. If you go ahead and examine the x-axis, notice that the graph doesn't cross the x-axis any more times. This tells us that this particular cubic equation only has one real solution. That means a can't be right, b can't be right, and e can't be right. This equation has one real solution, so we can't say it has 3, we can't say it has 2, and we can't say it doesn't have any. Between answer choices C and D, we can actually just look at the degree of this equation to see which one makes more sense. Because this is a cubic equation, we can have a maximum of 3 solutions in total. While answer choice C and D both say that there's one real solution, C also says that there's going to be 3 complex solutions, while D says there's going to be 2 complex solutions. Because 1 plus 3 is 4 and we can't have 4 total solutions, C is out. We know D is the right answer. Now if you didn't use a graphing calculator, here's another way you could have done this. If you go ahead and take each of these coefficients and constants and use synthetic division, if x minus 2 is a factor, then we know that 2 is going to be a 0. And we can use those coefficients and constants to use synthetic division. Always bring down that first number right away, and then 3 multiplied by the 2 is going to be 6. Then we go ahead and add these two numbers vertically. Negative 4 plus 6 is going to be positive 2. Then multiply 2 by that 2 on the side, and you're going to get 4 here. 1 plus 4 vertically add up to 5. 2 times 5 is going to be 10. And add vertically one more time, and we should get an answer or a remainder here of 0, which lets us know that this is indeed a factor if you get a 0 for the remainder here. These numbers here are important because while this 2 lets us know that x minus 2 is a factor, it lets us know that the other factor, which is going to be quadratic, is this trinomial right over here. If you try to find the zeros for this trinomial by factoring, you're not going to be able to, so you can go ahead and use the quadratic formula or just check the discriminant. Remember the discriminant from the quadratic formula? And if it ends up being less than 0, then we know we have 2 complex or imaginary solutions. Plugging in 2 for B, 3 for A, and 5 for C, we get this expression right here, and if we go ahead and simplify it, we get the square root of 4 minus 60, which confirms for us that the other 2 zeros are going to be imaginary. If you understood both ways of going about solving this problem, or you just found this video helpful, let me know by just tapping that like button.